happening. Now we're recording. Okay, good.
And please get ready now for your next comic, Mr. Chris Davis.
All right, he looks so good on camera.
That was not rehearsed. I just wanted to know. Yes. Oh, hello. Yeah, it's okay. This is an artistic, transcendent renaissance. I've never done an hour of stand-up before. I don't know what I'm doing. An hour of stand-up is pretty much everyone's nightmare. Because you can only go two ways. Either you succeed or you fail. There is no in between. And I tried to break up what stand-up is. What is stand-up? I thought, okay, well, first, start with a joke. Then make sure you end with another joke. And in between, put some jokes in between as well. And that's what I broke it down to. That's essentially the entire show. So, I have to start my stopwatch. If you just give me one moment here. Stressing about this stuff. There we go. Periodically, if I have a joke that doesn't land, you don't laugh. You're not happy. I may go over to these note cards over here. And I might read some of these note cards. I'm just going to pick one up. Okay, this is a good one. I love when swivel chairs don't move, but then they surprise you every once in a while, and you're like, oh yeah, swivel. And I do that, and that like resets it, and then we're back to jokes. So if you see me moving over there, things are actually, they're not going well. If I move over here, it's because I really want to get that beer. So I'm between the jokes. You can come in. I don't know who these people are. You have to sit in the front, though, because you're late. Oh, yeah, hey. Oh, you came down. They're downstairs. I bought cookies from them. And they showed up to my show. So if I move over there, it's for the beer. Here's for the jokes. The title of this show is Chinchilla Coats. I just found out about them recently. It's pretty horrible. If you don't know what a chinchilla is, it's like a gerbil, but it's a lot cuter. It's like 10 times cuter than a gerbil. And they have chinchilla big eyes and chinchilla little ears. And this is where it gets hard. So they make coats out of them. I have one right there. There's a blue chinchilla. And basically, in order to make a chinchilla coat, you have to kill like 100 chinchillas to make one coat. Well, 110 if it's a longer coat, or if it's a shorter coat, maybe like 85. I mean, it depends on your size, but there's still a lot of chinchillas. And that's like a whole extended family of chinchillas. There's chinchilla grandmothers, chinchilla grandpas, chinchilla fathers, chinchilla mothers, chinchilla cousins, chinchilla, there's a whole family, and it's all in one coat. They're all tied together like that in chinchilla death. I just imagine the person, the guy that has, or the woman, because this day women can practice animal cruelty as well. It's equal now. They have to kill 100 chinchillas in one day. Probably, to make a coat, you gotta make one coat a day. And they probably have to make like 100 coats a day. And they have to kill something so cute over and over again. I mean, it's really cute. They just keep killing something that's so cute over and over again. Just another chinchilla big eye. And I just imagine they're so traumatized from their job. Like it must be awful for them. And they probably have to make like 100 coats. So I'm not really good at math, but that's 10,000 chinchillas a day that they're killing, just massacring. And Facebook found out that I was looking up chinchilla coats, and so they put it on my news feed they started trying to sell me a chinchilla coat. I was scrolling down, like, this ring is falling off, sir. That was a ring. It was a plastic ring. But I started scrolling down the newsfeed, reading everyone's, contributions to the internet, and then I see a chinchilla coat, and it did look really good. They look really good. It was cool. You got the black and the silver. They cost $40,000. What? For one coat, they're $40,000. I mean, I'm not really good at math, but that's like $400 per chinchilla. And if you go to a store, you can get one for like $5. Just do it yourself, DIY. I mean, that's what YouTube is all about. That. I mean, come on, like how hard is it to kill a chinchilla? It's so small and cute. They're very cute, though. I couldn't kill anything like that. So I'm not gonna buy a chinchilla. I'm gonna buy 100. So I was walking down the avenue the other day, and this guy, the avenue, the avenue, right? It was Point Breeze Avenue, and I was walking by. It's 10:30 p.m. I just come from a Sixers game. I was very excited because they lost again, or sorry, very sad. And this guy says, "Hey, yo, you want to buy a Yorkie?" I'm like, no. I was like, oh God, no, that's not right. And he's like, hey, you want a Yorkie for $30? And I look down, and there's a little Yorkie. And he's sitting there, I'm a Yorkie. And I look, it's so cute. The Yorkie's so cute. And I kind of, I wanted to buy. I thought, well, I should buy the Yorkie. And it's $30. That's a really good deal for a Yorkie. I could make a Yorkie coat, maybe. And so I imagined my whole life that this Yorkie, we would go on Yorkie-like adventures. We could dance together, or watch TV together, or, I don't know, sleep in the bed together, just platonically. And, we could do all the eat spaghetti together. And then I woke up, and there's a Yorkie right next to me. So, Americans, you're Americans. I think most of you are Americans. Are you all Americans? Soon I'll be doing this show for non-Americans, but Americans love dogs. Do you love dogs?
Yeah.
I mean, most people love. Americans really love dogs. And I've always been fascinated by this phenomenon. Why do Americans love dogs so much? And I thought about it, and I think the dog, it does represent a child. And a child, they grow up, and they move away, and they don't call, and they don't contact you, and they don't appreciate you, and they never appreciate you, and they're selfish. But a dog is all the opposites of all of that. The dog never leaves. It stays as long as it can, and it always looks to you for guidance, and it gives you its undivided attention. You don't even have to trick it into hanging out with you at the mall or whatever you do as a parent. The dog just focuses on you. And so I think these dogs fill up a sort of big gaping loneliness that Americans suffer from for about like 12 years or 15 years, depending on and then the dog dies. But then you can just get another dog. I mean, I could have just gotten a Yorkie off Point Breeze, and there's always more dogs. You just buy another dog, fills up the loneliness again, you keep going. I mean, it's a really good system. Like, it really plugs the hole, that big loneliness hole. Think about that big, sometimes that big. But, and then, I just forgot what I was saying. Yeah, and so the dogs, it plugs the loneliness hole, and I was thinking, the dogs will do anything for you, anything to please you. I mean, you can be lying down on the ground in a pool of your own vomit. This has never happened to me. And you've been lying down in a pool of your own vomit. A dog will come over, see you, and he'll eat up that vomit. I mean, they'll eat your vomit. That's love. I mean, if that's not love, like, I don't even know what love. I mean, that's some kind of love. You have to admit. I mean, occasionally I drink with my friend. Well, I drink with my friends every day, and maybe I vomit, and I'm like, Ian, hey, can you do something about that? Clean that up. He won't do anything, man. He doesn't eat it or anything. But dog, on the other hand, will eat your own vomit. I mean, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And they'll never leave you. And they fill up that hole. I'm just going to make my whole body a hole. But, alcohol also fills that up pretty well. Maybe some of you are familiar with alcohol. I think it fills up. I think Americans love alcohol for the same reason. They just fill up this sort of giant, gaping hole in them. And I don't know if you've ever tried this, but sometimes, there's something about day drinking that feels like a noble activity. It feels, very responsible. Like, you know, I called my friend Ian the other day. I said, Ian, hey man, what's up? Nice day out. You wanna do some day drinking? And he's like, yeah, let's do some day. And it sounds so responsible. Like, here we are, we're gonna start early. We'll end, or we're being responsible. We just gotta get the drinking out of the way, and then we'll continue on with the rest of our day. Never has once happened. So like, yeah, it's like 2 o'clock. I mean, yeah, you know, let's start day drinking. And we're like, you know, and at first it starts so hopeful, and it's always like, it's a beautiful day out. Oh my God, he's like, Ian, look at it. It's the most beautiful day of the year. And like, let's put some poison into ourselves. This is a nice day. I don't even want to remember this day. I want to get so wasted, I don't even remember this day. And that's like the sort of fucked up mentality of an alcoholic. And then, you know, that's Ian, not me, but, you know, that they always think, like, it's beautiful out, let's get fucked up. It's ridiculous. So you start day drinking, you know, I don't know what time, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. I mean, I only did that one time. And you start, and you know, it starts out so hopeful. You're like, oh, look at all the people, they're going to work, they're running around, and then like 5 o'clock hits, and you see all the people that are leaving their jobs. You're like, oh my God, I am a horrible person. I am drunk. I am really drunk. And they're all sober and very serious. They're sober, they're serious, they just left their job. They accomplished something. You've been drinking the entire day. But then you're like, well, it's 5 o'clock, time for happy hour. I mean, you might as well go to happy hour. You started. And I don't know why they call it should be happy hours. It's always 2 hours. It makes no sense. It's not actually one. There is no one happy hour. In American bars here, every bar has a happy hour. And I've never once been happy to go to a happy hour. Going to a happy, I am always drinking at 5 p.m. Happy people don't go to happy hours. Okay? People like me go to happy hours. And there's a difference between us. I mean, who's having 5 p.m. and you're drinking? I am excited. I'm excited for those discounts. There's no doubt. Those are good discounts. $2 off my draft, all that. That's exciting. It's nice stuff. But really, happy hour, I think it's so odd to call it that. And there's another thing about drinking that when you, it's like when you first start, have you ever tried drinking alone? Like the first time you drink alone is a magical experience. It's amazing. You're like, look at me. You know what? I'm gonna keep it cheap tonight. I'm gonna stay home, have a 6-pack, and I'm gonna just start drinking. And you know, I'm gonna like do like a little dancing, you know, because I'm alone, dancing. Like no one's judging me. I'm day drinking. Not day drinking. I'm drinking alone. I'm day drinking and drinking alone. And like no one's judging me. And like, yeah, I'm keeping it cheap, keeping it real. You know, I have fun, but I don't need people. I don't need these people. I need me. I'm happy with me, and it's just so much fun. And then, you know, that's only the first time. That's the first time you drink alone. And then every other time you just spend the rest of your life trying to recapture that moment when like drinking a 6-pack by yourself seemed the best thing in the world. That was amazing. And it just gets lonelier and lonelier, and there's no more people in your life, and you're just sitting on that couch, drinking alone, wondering what happened. What happened to that time when I was excited to do this? It was only one time, and then it never happens again. Oh yeah, this is time for, yeah. I should have done that after the last one, but I messed up. All right. If butterflies were made from actual butter, I'd still eat them. Gonna skip that. Oh, nip. Okay. I always feel like shopping carts are secretly trying to escape, and they go on these adventures through brightly lit hallways of splendor only to be returned to their stables. But when I see one under I-95 near the basketball courts with a broken hoop, I'm so happy, like, there's one that got away. I always thought swingers were people that just really love to swing on swing sets, so I was confused last week when I went to this party until I found the swing. So I've been sleeping a lot with my pillow lately. I don't know if you guys sleep with pillows. I assume we're all kind of universally sleeping with pillows. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sleeping with a pillow once in a while, you know? I mean, I sleep with my pillow every night. You know, and like lately, you know, I named my pillow. My pillow's name's Agnes. I don't know, I think it's a nice name. What's wrong with that? And so I've been sleeping with my pillow, and the other night, I was like, I've been, you know, we're cuddling and stuff, and I even like shaped it to be, you know, somewhat human-like, and I'm cuddling it, I'm like, I just tried a new move. I was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna do it. You know, I'm just gonna try something. I didn't tell the pillow. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it. New move, new cuddle. And so I did it. I was like, wow, this is crazy. You know, it's crazy. It was wild. And Agnes didn't say anything. Nothing. Just nothing from her. And I was like, Agnes, yo, what do you think? Just didn't say anything. I was like, Agnes, I love you, Agnes. I love you. You're my favorite pillow. You're my only and my favorite pillow. And nothing. Just nothing. Like just cold, lifeless pillow response. And so I picked up Agnes, like, come on, answer me. I just threw her across the room. She landed against the wall and said, never want to see you again. Get out of here, Agnes. I hate you. Go home. Go home. I don't want to ever see you again. And I was like, I'm going back to sleep. Then I got really uncomfortable because I didn't have my pillow. And so I picked up Agnes and I was like, all right, it's okay, you know. Things happen. You know, we had problems and I laid on, and it was nice. We fell asleep together and I only have one pillow. Some people have more than one pillow. Some people have 2 pillows. Some people have 3 pillows. Some people have 4 fucking pillows. 4, how many? Some people have 5 pillows. They have decorative pillows, neon pillows, bright pillows. I mean, like, I'm a guy, I just need 1 pillow, okay? That's all I need. 7 pillows, like, I don't need 7. What do those people do? You know, they're probably all out there partying at the club every night, all their 7 pillows and everything. You know, they're like out there just, you know, I don't know how they live their lives. I mean, how do you even go hang out with that many pillows? Really? I mean, really, there's too many pillows, but they're different people than me. I'm a solo pillow person. So I've been eating a lot of burgers lately, and whenever I eat beef, it's because I'm sad. I'm really sad. Just so you know, that's why when I'm depressed, I eat beef. So I go to Shake Shack, and I go to Five Guys, and I get the beef, and give me the burger. And I know, so if you see me eating a burger, I know I look happy, because it tastes really good. I know I look happy, but I'm not. Inside, I'm just raw. Just bloody and raw. This is Oh, here we go. Sometimes I sit on plaid couches with a plaid shirt so I can disappear. That was actually really appropriate for that moment. It's kind of what I wanted to do. So I imagine if I had a stalker, my stalker would become increasingly bored with me. And so I can see the stalker now, they're like, oh yeah, we got him. He's on the bench. He's on the park bench, we got him. And then like 5 hours elapsed, like he's still on the bench. That's all right, we'll stay here. And then like more a day elapses. He's moved to another bench. He moved over to that bench. And they just like, oh, this is, and then they're like, he's going. He's moving. I went to the library. Okay, he'll probably be in there for about 5 or 6 hours reading a book. And then the stalker just gets like, I can't do this anymore. I can't stalk this. This is exhausting. And then there's that moment, you know, at the end, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you stalking me? I saw you. You're stalking me. He's like, whoa, I'm just going to work. No, you're not. You're stalking me. I saw you looking at me. You're stalking me. And then I realize I'm the stalker. I'm the one stalking him. It's like the M. Night Shyamalan twist. And then actually when he turned around, it was M. Night Shyamalan. I was like, holy shit, I'm stalking M. Night Shyamalan. This is insane. And it's like that classic twist. And I realized lately that I've had a lot of the habits of homeless people. I've never been homeless in my life, but you would think I had been by the way I live my life. Increasingly through the years, I am often surrounded by homeless people because I spend a lot of time outside in like parks and benches and stuff like this. And like I have these habits, you know, I know where the coldest water fountain in Philadelphia is. I know where that is. I'm not going to tell you because if I tell you, you'll go there. Not even homeless people know where this water fountain is. It's so cold. It rejuvenates your entire body as you sup from its water. It's on the second floor of the library, right to the right hand. And so I also go to the library a lot, and I don't know if you've been to the Public Free Central Library here lately, but basically if you go there, there'll be me reading a book and like 4,000 homeless people. And they're all, it really is like an institution itself. And And then there's also the bathroom. Well, before that, sorry. Lately, people have been saying to me, they said, hey, Chris, hey, you look like you got some sun. This has had me all for 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I went outside. I mean, that's where the sun is. I sit on benches all day. Sure, I got some. Do you want sun? Do you want some sun? It's great. Like, you just go outside. If you want sun, it's right out there. Can you imagine saying that to a homeless person? Hey, man, hey, you look like you got some sun. Like, I'm a homeless. Oh, okay. All right. That's a non-starter right there. That's that conversation. That's it. And then there's the bathroom. That's the most important part about being homeless. So basically, there's public bathrooms. You need to know where they are. Now I know where every single one, all of them are in the city. But then that's sort of like D-list homeless. There's private public bathrooms, and if you can get to the private public bathroom, that's like varsity. I mean, you're like doing it right, basically. And there's only one in the city I know of. I'm not going to tell you where it is, because that's where I go. And if you go there, sometimes I change my clothes in the bathroom because I'm going places. And if you ever, like, I'm not homeless, but when you change your clothes in a public bathroom, you feel so you feel like I don't have any home. I have nowhere to go. This is it. It's me in this bathroom. You feel so low that you're there changing your clothes in this public bathroom. I can't tell you where that is right now. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah. Nicknames. And so also, I've noticed that homeless people always have nicknames, and children. And I'm going to talk about the former, but basically, they get nicknames. And the last time I had a nickname was in elementary school. My nickname was Measles. And people always, because I have a lot of freckles and stuff, and they say, hey, Measles. And you have to take ownership of your nickname. You really have to own the nickname. And people always say, oh man, I'm sorry, the kids were teasing you. I say, no, I was proud to be Measles. I had the Measles slide. It's like this. It's the Measles slide. That was it. And I clap my hands, but it makes the microphone. But also, homeless people have nicknames. They all have nicknames, just so you know. You can go up and be like, yo man, what's your nickname? They have a nickname. There's a guy in Fairmount Park. His name is Spider. I was like, oh my God, it's the coolest nickname I've ever had. I met him. I was like, Spider, can I take your nickname? And he's like, no, you can't do that. I was like, Spider, why do they call you Spider? And he said, his answer was great. He said, because. What? And I said, wait, why do they call you? Because. And I love that answer to any question. You can say, hey, sir, why did you murder that man? Because. That's a non-starter right there. I mean, I got nothing to... Hey, why are you destitute living in a van down by the river? Because. That's it. It answers. And I love that because for anything we do, there's a myriad of reasons. But if you use just that one word, it's so strong. You can say, like, why isn't this joke funny? Because. It's not. You don't have to add it's not. You just say because. And it answers any question that you have. Let's see how we're doing. We're doing good. You're really nice. You're so nice. You are. There's the nicest audience I've ever had. I'm doing this. No. Yeah. Sometimes I don't use my thumb with thumbtacks because I'm like, don't tell me what digit to use. This girl spooned me recently and I had to go to the ER. Sometimes when my friends get depressed, I get worried about them. Like, I hope they aren't going to kill themselves or something, and then I remember I don't have any friends. Yeah, that's good. So my mom keeps asking, Chris, why are you single? Yeah, this is a classic. I'm like, Mom, stop. Stop it. She's worried about I'm not going to have grandchildren. She's starting to get anxiety. As each year goes by, she's like, oh my God, he's not going to. I don't know. This is not going to happen. And so I'm like, Mom, maybe if you stopped shopping at Kohl's all the time, I would have some nice clothes, Like, you're always going for those discounts. Why don't you go to, like, the Banana Republic or, like, the Outback Urbans and, get some nice clothes, and then maybe I'll get some ladies, And I'm like, Mom, I don't even want to talk. I'm going to my room, okay? And I go to my room, I was all depressed, and I open my email, and when I get depressed and open my email, the thing that always cures my depression is the spam box. I click on the spam box, I'm like, let's see what's going on in the world of spam. So I click on the spam box. I know it's mostly scams, but occasionally there's a gem in there. There's something so special, and I found this email the other day. It was from this guy, and it was amazing. So he's writing this letter. He's like, listen, man, I need to talk to you. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, I've got cancer, and the doctor said I only got 1 week to live. I want to give you some advice. And here's his advice. He said, you got to go out there and confront your fears. You got to go out there and live every second of your life. Like, whoa, what's going on here? And then he keeps going. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go out there. And then he starts talking. He's like, what? I go to my funeral, which is in a week. I'm going to bring my favorite object, which is a rubber ducky tie. And this is literally not making that up. He actually said, I'm going to wear my rubber ducky tie. So here this guy has cancer. He's got a week to live. And he still has a sense of humor. Like, he's still making jokes. He's cracking jokes. He's wearing a rubber ducky tie at his funeral. It's cool. And then he continues in the email. He's like, listen, I'm also really worried about world politics and what's happening in Syria and the Middle East right now. I think, man, this guy's got cancer. He's wearing a rubber ducky tie. And he's still concerned about world politics. I mean, this is like a really good guy. He's a really good guy. I mean, he's a genuine Class A person. So I was like, I'm like, Mom, get out of my way. And I was like, I opened the door. I'm like, hello, world. Hello, I'm ready to confront you, world. Hello, world. Then I saw the Verizon guy was coming. So I was like, all right, okay. And the Verizon guy was just sort of passed. Those guys are like stalkers. And I looked over. The Verizon guy, it was M. Night Shyamalan. As a Verizon guy, and he just kept walking by. He passed me, and I looked at him. I was like, hello, world, again. I'm back. Hello, world. Nothing happens. I was like, all right, okay, I'll try that again. I opened the guy and said, hello, world, I'm ready to confront my fears and everything. I need to get a job. I really do need to get a job. I gotta get a job. I can't do this anymore. I have a lot of problems in everything, but I have I don't know if you've ever had a TV antenna recently. I still have a TV antenna. And this TV antenna, it's amazing. It's digital. And I don't know if you know about the configurations of a TV antenna. Basically, if you put your TV antenna like this, you're going to get a good signal. This is the classic configuration. Like that is a little Jesus, a little bit too much on the cross, but you go up here, you're good. Like here, you're going to get your NBC, you're going to get your ABC, you're going to get your CBS, you're going to get your Fox, but your PBS, no, you're not going to get. The PBS is really hard to get, so you have to start trying to find new configurations. And if you have an antenna, you start moving it around to new configurations. And I can get really creative. I mean, I've tried really weird ones, and then something, it happens. It works. You're like, oh my God, I have PBS. It's Nova. It's so exciting. And I'm watching, I'm like, this is amazing. Oh my God, I got the signal and everything. And then, like a year goes by, I don't watch, and then I want to watch PBS again. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to try that antenna configuration again. I go right there, and nothing. The signal's not coming through. Nothing's working. I'm like, I try this, and this I start panicking and moving the antenna around. I can't get it. The signal's gone. And I just think that's like basically like how all of my relationships go, where I find some sort of really good configuration. I'm like, you like this, remember? This was, when we first met, I was like, TV, this is the antenna. You really like this, right? And then like a year goes by, I'm like, yeah, you still like this, right? And no, that doesn't work. And we're like, no, well, let me just try it again. Come on, try again. So yeah, that's been going. I gotta get a new antenna. I'm gonna get cable. I'll just get cable. And I'm like, sometimes I get it right. I'm like, Agnes, look, I did it. It's the pillow. Agnes. I'm like, Agnes, look, I did it. We're watching PBS, Agnes. And I just cry for that. So I like to carry around, I don't know, I have this thing, I carry around a Lucky condom. And actually, if I have a lucky condom on me, that's actually a sign that things are going really badly. That actually means the opposite of lucky. Essentially, that means that nothing is happening at all. I mean, this is what it means. So I keep the lucky condom with me in hopes. And so it's like a catch-22. It's this sort of perverse system that doesn't reward itself. I'm ready. The condom's there. It's there. But nothing is happening on the horizon line. I mean, the lucky condom, we go everywhere. We go out, like my mom and I, we go to Cambodian food, and we go out to the mall, and I got it always on me, always just in case. It never happens, and it gets all squished up in there and stuff, and then like sometimes I'm taking out like some change, and then you always have to hide the lucky condom. You're not supposed to show it to anyone, so if you take it out in public, you take it out, you're like, oh shit, and then no one's ever like, oh my god, he is really responsible. That guy, he is protecting himself. I would like to try a relationship antenna with that gentleman there. It never happens when you pull out a condom in public, by the way. You pull it out and people are like, oh my, he's a pervert. He's showing his lucky condom to people. He's walking around waving his lucky condom around. Making everyone look at his guy. So you have to hide the lucky condom. It gets all squished and stuff in your pocket. And years go by, and then one day it happens. You're like, oh my God. It's happened. This is happening. You're like, oh my God, this hasn't happened so long. And like, I had the last time it happened to me is like 34 years I've had this condom in my pocket. And finally I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. And I take it out, I take out the letter. I'm like, this is so exciting. I open up the wrapper, I look inside, and it's gone. It's not there. Somehow I've been carrying an empty condom wrapper for 34 years. It just slithered away in the middle of the night. I mean, I don't know where it went. It is sad. I imagine that, it's going on its own adventures. So, maybe it needed to go out. Maybe it needed to get out of the house a bit. It could be anywhere, traveling. And, I'm kind of proud of it. Like, it's doing what it needs to do. Sometimes you got to meet new people. You got to get inside other people. When my relationships go badly, I like to throw money at them. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I physically just start. I'm like, here you want? No, I don't. But I'm like, let's go eat some burgers. That's always a bad sign. I'm like, let's go eat some burgers. I'm like really sad. I'm eating burger. Like, oh my God, I'm eating a burger again. And and I always think money is going to fix things. I have this in my mind. I still think money is going to fix things, and it's never fixed a single thing in my life. It's like this insidious device. No one likes money. It ruins the entire world, and yet we're all slaves to this money. It doesn't fix anything. And yet we're like, here, and I mean, look at me. Like, I have to get money from all of you. Like, every single one of you. I got to try to fucking get money from you. Like, I have to do that after the show. After the show, I'm going to stand there with a fucking money bucket. That's what I do. I take this show to Ember. I stand at the door with a bucket, and people have to leave. And they give me their pounds or their pence. Or whatever, they give me their little change. And that's what my life's like. I mean, it's like a bus driver, but a bus driver takes you somewhere. Like, you at least arrive at a destination. Maybe you just like came into the same shitty place and you leave, but you have to pay me. So at the end of the show, I'm gonna take money from every single one of you. I just want you to know that. That's I'm gonna take all your money, all your lucky money. Recently, a lot of white people have been asking me to go rock climbing. What the fuck? It's like literally last week 4 white people asked me to go rock climbing. And they're like, hey man, you look like you got some sun. You want to do some rock climbing? That was like in 3 days, 4 different white people asked me. That's like in one day, that means 2 white people asked me to go rock climbing. Or 4 on one day, you don't know the duration. But basically, they all, and I'm like, why are these white people trying to go rock climbing? What's the thing? And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, everyone needs a challenge. Everyone needs a challenge. Rock climbing is hard. You got to each rock and stuff like this. Hard. You have to plan it out. I don't have a lot of challenges. Like, I go to a store. No one thinks like I stole anything. Like, they just like, no one really bothers me or anything. And like, I can actually say like, hey, I'm gonna steal this. All right, I'll see you later. Be like, have a nice day, sir. Like, nothing happens. And like, I don't get sexually harassed on the street at all. I've never been sexually harassed on the street, not even once. At all. And I always look at the Facebook, and a lot of my female friends, they always say, oh, this fucking asshole, this guy said this to me and this and that. I'm always wondering what they say. What do they say? What are the things they say? And so I actually don't know, because I never hear it. I can just imagine, like, hey, what are you doing there? Yeah, hey, hot stuff. where are you going? I'm like, no one says that. Where are you going, good looking? I mean, so I'm like, if I catcalled, I'd be like a guy from like 1952 catcall. I'm like, hey, Toots, where are you going? I mean, I don't even know how to do it correct. Anyway, so these white people, they love the rock climbing because, it's got all the gear too. And like white people love gear, and it has all like the neon color, like the neon and the oranges and the pinks and all the different colors and everything, and it's like so bright and festive. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the bicyclists walking around with like neon shirts and their spandex, and they're so bright. You're like, oh my God, I can see you from so far away. I know it's supposed to protect them so a car doesn't hit them or something, but I actually think it's actually quite blinding often. When you see them, like, oh my God, how you went? And then the bicycle guys that wear the helmets inside the store, they go and they're like, I'm gonna go shopping with my helmet on my head. And I see them like, dude, you've had your helmet on for 45 minutes. You're in a store, sir. There's a bicycle helmet on your head. You're not on a bicycle. I'm like, how do they do this? But they will. They'll just keep wearing the helmet through the entire store. It's amazing to me. I'm like, what is wrong with them? And they've been asking me, well, I'm not gonna go rock climbing or anything. But I did go on this date recently. It went really well. It was okay. No, it was really bad. I mean, it was pretty awful. But I was sitting there in the restaurant, and she started to talk about these things, and she was talking about white men. And she's like, man, she was talking about all these horrible things that white men have done in the history of the world, and like all these awful things. I'm like, oh my God, that is horrible. It's horrible. I couldn't believe that. And then I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and I looked in the mirror. I said, oh my God. So I went back and I sat down, like, listen, I did that. I did all those things. And she's like, really? You really did that? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was bored. I was white. I did all those things you said, all those things. She's like, really? So you subjugated an entire continent of people? I was like, yeah, I did. I don't think this is going to work out. That's what she said. She said, I don't think this is going to work out. I was like, oh, yeah, I know. So I went to a craft beer festival recently. Okay. Really exciting. Oh, man, so I put on my khaki shorts. Put on some sandals, let's go. It's summertime in Philadelphia. And it was just it was amazing. So I was trying to find my friend. I go there, and it's like roped off with a shitty rope, and there's all these people standing around, and then I'm like, oh my God, is this who I am? Like, am I really a guy wearing khaki shorts, drinking craft beer out of a plastic cup while listening to STP covers sung by some teenagers? Is this like what my life has come to, or like, basically, socks with sandals are no longer intentional. It's just how I wake up. Is this who I am? 34 years. I'm sitting there just drinking my beer like, oh my God. I look around, they have the big, shitty craft beer trucks with taps coming out of them, giving the suds. And the guy at the door, he gave me the green wristband to indicate I was 21. And he called me bro 4 times. And he's like, hey, can I see your ID, bro? Oh, thanks, bro. Here you go, bro. I'm like, oh, sorry, it was only 3 times, but it felt like it was 4 times. And I was like, dude, why? I was like, does he know what he's saying? Does he have any idea of the words? Or is he mocking me? I thought he might be mocking me. I wasn't sure. And then I go back, I enter to the craft beer festival, and there's white people everywhere. There's shorts and everything. And I'm trying to find my friend Ian. But his cell phone died. So I'm like back in the 90s again. And I'm like, okay, I gotta look in the crowd, look for Ian. And I don't know if you've ever tried to find a white guy in his 30s with a bit of a beard, wearing shorts at a craft beer festival. It's a nightmare. So everywhere I look, I'm like, Ian, they're everywhere. Like every guy looked like Ian. I would go up, excuse me, sir, are you Ian? He'd be like, yeah, I am. I'm like, oh shit. And I look at him like, and the facial features, they look really similar, like the face, the bone structure. I mean, I was like, oh, maybe he is Ian. I'm not even really sure. I think he kind of looks like he could be Ian, and I'm like, and then I couldn't find him anywhere. And I started changing the question. I said, excuse me, you aren't Ian, right? He's like, no, I'm Todd. And there's just a lot of Todds there. And so I kept looking everywhere, and then eventually I gave up, and I just stood next to the guy, and I just pretended. This is Ian right here. I just pretended. I was like, he looks exactly like him. So I was like, that's Ian. I found him. I didn't talk to him. Maybe we were, having a fight or something, or not talking to each other. We don't know. And then it happened. I found him. He was at the cornhole. He'd been at the cornhole the whole time. You always look at the cornhole. And he was actually stuck inside the cornhole. And his head emerged from the center of the cornhole. I'm like, oh my God, where the fuck did you get in there? And he's like, hey man, what's up? It's just unbelievable. I went to the Family Dollar store recently to find my family. They weren't there. But I did find a lot of crap. And so I went through this family. It's just surrounded by the cheapest things. These things are so cheap, like you could touch them and they just explode. Actually, sorry, that'd be expensive. So you touch them, and you're like, wow, that was really cheap. And I'm going, whoever's the shelving guy at the Family Dollar needs to be fired too, because all the shelves, they're all askew. Nothing is ever sort of balanced. They all kind of lead to a vanishing point in the distance. So I was basically trying to find the exit moment I entered. I couldn't find the exit. I was like, how the fuck do I even get in here? And I'm going through all the cheap crap and push this mops and water guns and American flags out of my way. And I'm going towards this vanishing point, and I'm like, where the hell am I? And all of a sudden, I just feel myself getting older and older and older. And I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm aging here. And then by the end, I get there, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 90 years old. I'm still in this Family Dollar store, and then I see them, my family. And they're right there, and I'm like, what the? And they're like, we were here the whole time, but you were too busy shopping. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So death has been stalking me lately, I think. I mean, besides aging, which is always exciting, death lately, I mean, it's every time I was walking down the street the other day, and just a car right there, nearly killed me. And the other day I was taking the train, or I was waiting for the train, and I turned, and so it's just like Final Destination, everywhere around me, it's right there. And death started leaving signs for me. The other day I went home and there's a flat squirrel right there. It was so flat, it was like a pancake. It looked like a little pancake squirrel, it was so flat and dead. And there's a pigeon right here. I was like, oh my God, this pigeon, it's got no head. There's no head on this pigeon. Death, he knows I'm here. And then I went over here and I found, oh my God, there's a dead deer. Or something, or a moose, or I don't know, something. And then I found a caterpillar, and I love caterpillars. It was dried out from the sun. It had never made it across the pavement. There's nothing sadder than a worm that doesn't make it across the pavement. Isn't it like it is the saddest fucking thing in the world. I'm like, oh no, worm, oh no, death. You're obsessed with me. And then all of a sudden he appeared. And I'm like, whoa, it's Death. And I was like, oh my God, you look a lot like M. Night Shyamalan. Death, what are you doing here? And he's like, you are obsessed with me. I'm like, no, dude, you're following me. You've been stalking me. You're leaving the birds and the other stuff around. He's like, yeah, you go to cemeteries for fun. I'm like, yeah, I know, I go to cemeteries for fun. I mean, because I don't know, I'm a little bored. You love to look at dead animals. I'm like, no, don't look. I mean, I don't know if I see when I look at it. It's like, you're obsessed with me. It's like, oh my God, I am obsessed with you, Death. I didn't realize that. And I looked at him, and he was wearing a chinchilla coat. And it was full of all these little chinchillas. They're blue. And he took out the chinchilla coat. He's like, this cost me $40,000. Damn, Death, you are rich. He told me to put on the chinchilla. This coat does not fit. Put on the chinchilla coat. You'll become a master of comedy. And then I realized all the little chinchillas, they started coming alive. They weren't dead at all. They're living chinchillas. And they're like, they just started going crazy. There's chinchillas all over my body and everything moving all around. I'm like, I don't know what to do. All these chinchillas are here. And what am I going to do? Death has found me. It's here now. It's around me. The chinchillas, they're fucking eating my flesh off. I don't know what to do. I didn't mean to kill them. I really didn't. I was just trying to make a coat. A nice chinchilla coat. Like a really nice one. And then they were gone. But then Death came back and he's like, hey, your show is so good. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, no, I laugh the entire time and I'm Death. Do you think Death laughs at everything? I'm like, all right. I mean, I took the compliment. Thank you, Death. I was like, well, what's your favorite part? He's like, that part in the middle. I'm like, wait, which one? He's like, you know. No, I don't know. Which one was your favorite? He's like, you're so funny. I don't remember a word you said. That is the end of Chinchilla Coats. Thank you so much for coming out. So this show, oh my God. This show is in development. As you can tell, it is being created every day. So any feedback you want to give me is good. I'll be at the door, like I said, with a Red Bull to take your thousands of dollars from you. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm here tomorrow night, 10:30, Saturday, 10 p.m., and Sunday, 8 p.m. Thanks again. Have a great night.
Did you get it?
Where's the, oh yeah.